I think he did ask you.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm sure he did. I just wanted to. Yeah, it was just a test.
Yeah. Well, that's the one.
Brill.
Cool.
Roll a d20.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
5.
10 for me.
16.
Hey! And you're the one with no notes.
You may not have made notes, but you need to be ready.
I know, I might need some help. Right, so we started last time. I believe we were still in the little village way east.
We did.
And we thought about getting Diamond back, but not getting Diamond back, and eventually left and arrived back in Baston. We went to see. I think we went straight to see the king. From what?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Give or take, yeah. Yeah, went to see Bradley first, obviously. Went to the king, and obviously Valoran got a bit sidetracked and went to see a nice group of ladies. Whereas I went and blurted out, or Thaler, not me, because I wouldn't do such a thing, Thaler went and blurted everything out to the king. And Valoran went and blurted everything out to the woman whose name I can't remember. What's the name?
Brahan? No, that was the girl.
The lady.
That's the...
Valinetta?
That was the princess.
Yeah, that's the one I meant then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically we told each of her and the king that...
we told everyone we had to kill her.
Yeah, basically, we just told everybody, it was like, so what we're going to do here? I can't really remember what happened from there.
We went to the pavilion. I went shopping.
You went shopping.
And then we visited the pavilion.
We spoke to the king's brother, who wants us to kill Valinetta. And as I remember, he gave us a red handkerchief or a flag of some sort to display if we were up for that. Whereas we were also approached at whatever the place is called at Winkin and Alehouse, something like that.
Winkin Alehouse, yeah.
I think it was Valinetta's mother, the queen, who approached us there and said, we want you to save us, and gave us a blue flag if we were down for that plan. And then we considered briefly just putting both of them out there and seeing what happens. And I believe that's where we ended. Was it?
We also went to the pavilion and cleared of
oh, that's right, yeah.
Of misdoings.
Yeah.
I can't remember what our next step was.
That was inspired recollection. You did forget the entire hour you spent at the fighting pits.
Oh God, yeah.
Not story pertinent though, is it?
I know, yeah. Last week was side quest, or not even side quest.
Quality time spent with Bradley, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I was much enjoying that bit.
I found myself chuckling partway through the week, just thinking about Bradley winning all the money at the.
Oh yeah, he's a rich little man. Oh, I've got his gold, don't I?
Oh, you do for the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and because I remember that now. Because Jordan has also forgotten how to speak Celestial, and now screams at us, which is what made me laugh several times during the week. Because I just imagined Judd having to scream,
reading my limerick.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a fun time last week. We did not gain any experience, but we had fun.
Well, I can, as a DM, award experience for non-combat things if you are sufficiently
I believe
amazing.
Some people got some experience because they did the fighting pit.
That's
true.
Oh,
yes, I got a little bit, didn't I?
Yeah, for taking down that Minotaur.
So
I forget what I gave you. Did I tell you what it was?
It pushed me over to level 5, though, so...
Bastard.
Well, Valoran shouldn't have passed out. Very good.
Do you need to know some new stats from me, actually? I think you did ask me to send you them, but I may have forgotten to do that.
I did, but I'm just going to trust you to do it correctly this time, and you can send it to me midweek. Let me see if I can get this fabulous new music bot to work.
Just be prepared if it's really loud to turn its volume down.
But you guys can set that.
What did you say, Judd?
I'm going to bet no, we can't get
it. Right. So...
Roll a d4. If it's odd, it doesn't work. If it's even, it does. it does work.
What are you rolling? What?
Rolling for the bot to work.
Oh, very good. It does, huh? Let's see if this works.
Well, it's there. Hey!
Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa!
it's loud.
Whoa! Unprepared.
I've turned it right down to about 5%.
Why is it 2%? I like how you're screaming, I'm not prepared, and literally the last thing I said was be prepared to turn it down.
Yay! Okay.
This works, yeah.
So, you are back in a wink and an ale house. The dawn is struck. It is mid-morning. The tavern is in full swing, as you can hear from this ribaldry music. As you descend, you see the usual suspects of this ale house, and you see Ennett running around. You see little Bradley attending to his duties, you're sort of standing in this center space. Let's see. You've got a few things happening. So you've got an old dwarf sat at the bar that you've not seen before. There was a passed out dwarf the other day. This guy's different. He's got a giant white beard, long white hair. At the exact opposite end of the bar is an old, language escapes me, an orc man, a full orc, and he's, big hulking guy, and he's sat down and he's got some rather skimpy looking clothes and a big hammer by his foot. He's got 2 things of ale, one in each hand, and he's just sort of sipping from each, wasting no time whatsoever. And then you've got sort of the standard clientele that you've come to see before. Some of the wizards from the pavilion. There's that guy that you lost to dice to last night. He's back with his wizard friends. And then you've also got over in the corner, you've got a couple elves that are sort of looking smug, I suppose, looking haughty over on the side, sort of taking in the room over in the corner with their backs against the wall. And so that's kind of the picture that you've got painted as the bards play.
Taylor would like to go speak to the dwarf.
Yeah?
So sidles up and... Hello there. I don't think we've met. I know most of the dwarves around here by now, and I don't recognize you, sir.
He turns to face you, and you can see that he's missing an eye. He's got an eye patch over it. Rather finely sort of, what's the word? Carved? Hewn? Made of leather. With a very intricate design that you can see. And so, and he turns to you, and he's got, like I said, he's got an eye missing. He's got all his teeth. They look very nice. And he says, well, that's because I'm new to Baston.
And pray tell, what does bring you here?
He says, well, I had little choice in the matter. It seems that this damned wind is blowing hither and yon, and it's brought me to this very place.
Yes, that seems to be a common story around here. Where were you headed?
He says, well, I was coming to stop through, and then I was off to the east, where I hear rumors of treasure and wonders and all that good thing.
Oh, I see. Well, can I buy you an ale, maybe?
Ah, that would be very good, very good. Thank you, my friend. What was your name?
Thalar, sir, Thalar.
And he extends a meaty paw, not a gnarled hand. He's got quite sort of delicate hands for a dwarf. He seems to be some kind of... You can't quite tell. He's not led a hard dwarven life. And he shakes it and he says, Haley Hardsword.
Well, nice to meet you. Well, let me just get you that drink and I'll sidle off and go get a drink.
Right. You do that, and Bradley brings it and he says, here you go!
So, thanks, Bradley.
It's a little early, don't you think?
Never too early for a dwarf, son.
Okay.
Bye. Sorry, Bradley put me off because of that voice. So yeah, Sailor would like to ask, so, did you say something about treasure? Did I hear that somewhere?
He says, oh, yes, well, you know how we dwarves love treasure.
I do. Is there any specific mentions that you happen to be going after at the moment?
Horrific racial stereotype in there.
That's our word. And he says, "Oh, no. I'm an older man, as you can see. The prime of my life has left me. My wife now passed, God rest her. She's no longer with us, and so I thought I'd see the world. And I heard tell of treasures and beauty untold out here in Inisti, and so I made my way. But no, I've got no leads per se. Why? Do you know of some treasure?"
No, I wish we did. That's kind of why I was asking, to be honest. But, well, I'm sorry for your loss, and I hope you enjoy your adventure, sir.
And he says, "Oh, not to worry. My wife, Ethis, she was a strong lass, and it was her time. The gods decided that she had to go back to see them, and that's all right. But, listen. I'm an old thing, as you can see. I'm not terribly good in a fight, but I do know a few things, so, if you hear of anything and you think you could use a hand, or I'll tell you what, if I hear of anything and I think I could use a strapping young dwarf like you, then I'll come back here and maybe you can join me."
Perfect. I think that would work well for both of us. We're usually around here when we're resting, so you'll find us here often.
And he sort of gives you a big smile, and he hardly shakes your hand again, and then he starts to guzzle his ale.
Cool. I will say goodbye and return to Jordan and Sunny and Blower.
Good.
Yeah, that guy's very nice. Not much to it, to be honest, but yes. What are we up to?
Who else could we see in the inn?
So you've got your dwarf, you've got Haley Hardsword that you just talked to.
Mm-hmm.
Eccentric dwarven man. You've got the orc at the bar. You've got the elves looking haughty. You've got the wizard guys that are sort of the local regulars. You know, they like to come and have a booze up. And then you've got Ennett and Bradley. It's the morning, so it's not like hopping.
Remind me who Ennett and Bradley are?
Ennett and Bradley are just sort of milling through the tables and
I know Bradley, of course. And Ennett,
the
innkeeper.
Ennett's the innkeeper.
Yeah, sorry. And the wizards is the one that I broke his nose last time here.
Yeah, so it's the same wizard that it's been a couple times now. It's this sort of middle-aged human guy, and then he's got, every time he comes in, he has sort of a different retinue of wizard pals. But he's the one that made you forget the number 11.
Oh.
Well,
and then you broke his nose when you were drunk.
Well, didn't I break his nose before he could do that? And ran away?
No. It was magic.
Oh. I'm trying to figure out if Sonny would be the kind of guy to go up and apologise or just avoid him. I think his monastery upbringing would have taught him to.
I mean, he's probably not too bad, because I did fix his nose after you ran out.
Yeah, I think I'll buy them a round of drinks and take them over to the wizards and say,
okay,
I'm sorry about the nose.
He says, "Oh, go ahead."
I'm sorry about the nose. I love that number that I can no longer remember.
And he laughed.
And I panicked.
"That's damn decent of you. Thank you very much." And he takes the drink and he gestures to you to see if you want to sit.
Oh, of course. Thank you. Yeah, I'll sit and I pull out 2 drinks that I would kept inside my overalls, my gown, and plonk them on the table.
So this guy's like a middle-aged human, but next to him is clearly, I mean, like, it doesn't say as much, but if you could see a wizard with training wheels, it'd be him. He's got, like, sort of plain robes, and he looks kind of different, and he's clearly, like, this guy's... You can glean that he's this guy's apprentice. Okay. And he sees you just whip out this booze instead of the ale, and his eyes light up. And he's not saying anything, but he's just, like, eyeing him, and he's, like, super interested in your whole steez.
Okay. So, picking up on that, I offer him a drink. Say, here, have you ever tried this before?
And he looks furtively at the middle-aged wizard, and the middle-aged wizard is not focusing on something else. And he looks back at you, and he looks like he doesn't want to get in trouble.
I said, "This is some flower wine. Some gnomes on a barge taught me how to make this. Go ahead, have some. It's delicious."
He like reluctantly grabs it and then quickly takes a twig. And the instant he tastes it, he relaxes. And he looks a lot better. He looks a lot cooler. He's like, oh. And he gives it back. And he says, thanks.
What's your name?
Me, I'm Canane.
Canane. And I'm guessing by the look of you, you're an apprentice wizard?
That's right. Sam here is my wizard master.
Sam and Canane. Canane.
Yeah.
Canine. So Canine,
I'll spell it.
What's the coolest trick you've learned so far at being a wizard's apprentice?
And he says, well, I learned some pretty cool, look! And he, snaps his fingers, and your ale changes color. It turns purple.
I think Sonny would absolutely love that. Anything to do with alcohol, he would. It's like that is the greatest spell I've ever seen. Please teach me how to do that.
It's not right here.
I know our wizards here.
Can you change alcohol different colours?
Would I recognise the spell? Is it like a prestidigitation type thing?
Yeah, it's essentially just prestidigitation.
Yeah.
John, and why have you never shown me this before? This is amazing.
Because, well, technically I'd still be at the bar, but I'd see the spell.
Well, I'd be shouting this across. Jordan!
I'd be like, well...
Just look at that!
I can do this too, and I'll change his colour to orange.
And
to what? Sorry, it cut out for a second.
I'll change its colour to orange.
Oh. What does Sonny think about that?
His mind is blown. It's like, you need to come back to the monastery, please.
This is like
Canane looks put out.
This is basic wizard stuff.
The
I
monk.
feel like Thalar can do this as well.
My fellow monks will blow
Canane
their
looks
minds.
really depressed now. This was like his one party trick.
Oh, damn.
You'll get there, kid. You'll get there. Takes time.
And he goes, aren't you my age?
Yeah, but clearly I am much better than you.
I mean, that's harsh.
I started when I was very young, and I am a natural.
And he gives you a thumbs up. It's really sarcastic.
So I'd like to ask Sam. So Canane here, he seems like a nice lad. What's the plan for him? What's the next step for an apprentice wizard?
And he says, Canane here has got to pass his wizard trials, and then he'll be a member wizard of our pavilion.
Okay. So Canane, what's
Canane looks worried.
What's the wizard trials? Tell me about that.
And he goes, well, all the wizards have to get, I guess you could call it licensed to use magic in the name of the pavilion. And it's some tests and some writing, but also some practical exams. And that's what I'm most worried about. And Sam kind of looks disappointed. I'm not great at some of the different colleges of magic. I mean, I can do transmutation and make beer turn different colors, but I'm not really good at, necromancy and other stuff like that.
John, come and share some of your wisdom with...
My wisdom?
You're a great wizard.
Well, I am. But even I have a long way to go in the arcane. But it takes time to learn these things and practice. Get yourself out there. You'll quickly find when your back's against the wall that you can do all sorts of magical things you couldn't learn in a small town.
And he goes, you mean like go on adventures?
Yeah. And the next thing you might be... I don't know, you might be sitting in one chair and I will cast Misty Step. And I'll teleport 30 feet back to the bar and sit on my tail and just yell back, oh, you might be enjoying your breakfast over here, quietly.
And he's seen more advanced magic than Misty Step, but even so, your casual use of it and the fact that you're his age, he has this look on his face, which is this combination of like intense jealousy, huge admiration, and like just mind blowing. Like, that was so cool.
I will give him a very sarcastic thumbs up and go back to eating my breakfast.
What a cock.
That's good.
So maybe I'll give Sonny will give out an invitation to Canaan that if he's ever wants to go on an adventure, just look us up. We don't have a great track record of people that come adventuring with us, but you never know. It might be fun for you.
As you say this, you hear Helly from the bar go, "Did someone say adventure?"
Oh god.
And he lumbers over.
This is
And
Hadley
he pulls up a chair and he goes, "Hello, Helly Hornsword," and he starts shaking everybody's hand and he's really enthusiastic and he says, "I heard someone talking about going on an adventure."
Well, see, when I spoke to you before, sir, I didn't quite mention that there's I mean, I don't know, sorry, would you call it an adventure? I mean, it's so mundane that we couldn't possibly need help. Could we?
We are all part of the fabulous adventuring group. Let's not forget.
Yes, I mean, it was.
I mean, you're a fag, I'm a fag, we're all fags.
Oh my god. So apt.
And then that's when the chef pops his head out the door and
He's really hopeful and he sees Sonny and he has this hurt look on his face.
Oh yeah, left that out of the recap.
Oh, I feel a bit bad for him, to be honest.
It's okay. I like to believe that at some point Sonny did have a secret rendezvous.
Oh dear.
he may have done and not remember.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Haley, nothing pressing. It's just that we're not on a specific adventure right now, but, you know, should we require your services, like I say, we will come to you and have a word.
And he goes, oh, sorry, and he walks back over to the bar, and he starts trying to strike up conversation with the orc.
Oh god, good luck to you. Yep. Sonny, Jordan, Valoran, didn't we have some pressing business to attend to somewhere?
Yes.
I think we've got matters that need attending.
Oh, right, an excuse to leave. Yes, we are very busy.
Yes.
And,
Thanks for reminding me.
Canaan goes, I guess I'll see you around.
Yeah, I mean, do you come here often? Because we'll come back and talk to you another time.
And he goes, yeah.
Okay, well, you know where to find you anyway. Canaan, Sam, good to see you again. Gotta go save the world.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys,
He looks kind of like skeptical.
yeah, Jordan, any more showing off to do?
I will just say to Canaan, and listen to your master. He is quite a powerful wizard, and I will say goodbye in Celestial.
Sam laughs heartily, and Canaan just looks really like shocked and surprised.
Right in Canaan's face, I just want to go.
He falls out of his chair and looks a bit of a fool, and Sam laughs and then sees what's happened, and he just puts his head in his hands.
Oh my god, that was good.
Right.
And I give Sam a little wink as relief.
He shoots you double pistols.
Shoot him, Gavin. Shoot him, Gavin.
I love it.
Right, guys, what? Well, look, we've got these two red and blue things. What are we gonna do?
Back.
Should we go to my sitting room, my reception room, and discuss this? Rather than just out in the open when we're talking about murdering a princess.
Yes, I didn't say that. That's why I said red and blue. But yes.
Yeah, well, let's retire to our reception room, and we can discuss this further.
Okay, you head upstairs away from the talk of the tavern to your small little sitting room, which doesn't quite have 4 people's worth of chairs. So someone's gonna have to sit on the ground.
Sonny'll sit cross-legged,
Thank God.
meditating. He's quite happy to do that.
Thank God, because Taylor's got a bad back.
And so yeah, there you are.
So what's the plan, guys? What are we gonna do?
That's a good question. I am uncomfortable, I'll say, looking at Valoran with murdering a princess.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's not here this week.
Valoran would agree.
Yes, I know he was very against it. But I'm also against, and I'll look at him again and just say, asking Thurkus for help.
You will have nothing to do with that demon.
No, none of us should. But I don't know, really. I don't see why they should have to leave and run away into exile because of some stupid divine being's whims.
Well, we don't even know that will work. If we get them away, she still lives.
Well, that's true. So that's how stupid these things are.
But can we kill an innocent girl?
Well, no, we will not.
Sonny would be very uncomfortable with that.
We have to get her away and bargain with Chantea.
I don't think getting her away. I don't see why we should have to get her away. I think we need to speak to Chantea. Well, I think somebody else should speak to Chantea, being a bit more diplomatic. But I don't. I cannot. This is the problem with gods. Almighty beings, all powerful, and to smite one man for his vanity and pride, they want an innocent girl to die.
Not all gods are the same, Jordan, but I happen to agree with you this time.
I will skeptically raise an eyebrow, but so we need a plan. You're our expert on all things divinity.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's a temple to Chantea here, but it might be worth going and consulting some other clerics in the city, see what we're up against, and see if... I mean, I don't know any ways of communicating with the gods, apart from going back and seeing that guy, but that didn't do us much good, so there may be something else we have to do. Yeah. Shall we?
What are you choosing to do?
I don't really know.
I must admit, either I haven't been listening very well, or because I missed the session, I'm a bit lost with this plot, to be honest.
Right.
What's going on?
So, when we went and saw the soothsayer, that was the one you missed, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we went east.
He was overcome by the spirit of Chantea,
Yep.
the goddess of nature. And she said that because the king said that his garden or kingdom was so good, not even Chantea could fuck it up. She smote him with the wind.
Right.
And the price that she demands for his vanity is the death of his daughter.
So that's why we're in this predicament, because Chantea says that if we don't kill her, everybody's going to be screwed. Forever and ever. Amen. I am flicking through. Yeah,
so our choices are side with the goddess and do her bidding, side with the king and protect his daughter. What was the other player that approached us last week?
The king's brother. He wants us to kill Chantea. No, not Chantea. He wants us to kill Valenetta, the daughter.
Yeah.
And what's it called? And then the queen. She wants us to fuck them all and just help him escape the palace because she knows that someone's going to kill her. Someone's going to kill her daughter, so she asked us to help them move into exile.
Right. I think out of all those, and thinking about Sonny's alignment, he would go for the Queen's request of rescuing them and helping them escape.
I am
think-
against bowing to the whims of any god.
Yeah.
I don't see why they should have to move into exile.
I think Sunny's beliefs would be more aligned to goddesses should act kindly and with divine rather than murderous. So he would be feeling comfortable following those if I was to roleplay as Sunny.
Yeah, I mean, Thaler doesn't care either, because Thaler only cares about Lathander, so I don't care about... Thaler doesn't care about Trontea at all.
Right, well, the first thing we've got to do, we know that she's in danger from people within the palace, because if the brother's got to ask us, the captain of the guard, I think he is, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If he's going to ask us, there's a good chance, if we don't answer quick enough or to his liking, he's just going to get someone else.
I was just about to say, why don't we feign going ahead with his plan? Sorry.
Needs to be to protect Valinetta.
God, Valinetta just sounds like Vianetta.
Or get the king's brother to trust us and think that we're going to do it, so he can put us in a position to, if we say to him, look, we need to get the queen and her daughter on our own to a location of our choosing, see if he can help us get there, and then say, look, and that's where we'll do the deed, but actually we'll have our horses ready or whatever and just do a runner.
There is an option, but we might require some help from the pavilion.
Okay.
There is a necromantic ritual where I could place Valinetta into a catatonic sleep. For all intents and purposes, she would be dead. If I could get to her.
So we trick Chonte into thinking she's dead.
Well, I don't think I'm not convinced it would trick a god, but we could trick the brother-in-law enough to buy time.
Okay.
To do it. That would require some help from the pavilion because I don't know that spell. I only know of it.
If we run that plan past the Queen, do you think she would be able to get us help to convince the pavilion?
I don't. It wouldn't be very difficult to convince the pavilion. I would just need to find a wizard or find a practitioner who knew the spell, who could write it out for me. I could find a. I have been sold spells before from the pavilion, and I am now a member.
We could always ask Sam.
So that gives us.
I was going to say go ask Sam.
A lot of options that way. Alternatively, if we wanted to just do it our own way, we could sneak into the palace with a bit of help, and we could just steal her away. It would be very easy for me to cast invisibility on her, and we could sneak her out. We could even jump from a window with Featherfall.
Well, what was to happen if we were to display the blue handkerchief, whatever it was? Because she had a plan
from the Queen. Well, she needed help getting out of the palace, and from there they were gonna go their own way into exile.
Okay, I thought she had a plan of some sort. At least to get out of the castle.
No, I thought that was our bit.
Oh, Alex. Okay.
Did she mention anything like that though?
Tell you what, why don't you roll a history check?
Yeah.
Come on, Judders, this is your back.
Judders.
That'll be 8.
7.
Okay. You remember that the Queen was in the room.
Okay.
But I suspect that'll be our part. She can't be expecting us to be guardians for life, can she? And it would be protecting
like she said something about gods, or
she knew that people wanted to kill her daughter, or that would kill her daughter to appease the goddess. So I presume that keeping them safe, getting them out of the city would be that job. What we need to do is protect Valinetta long enough that the king can make amends to Shantea.
That's true.
If not, that divine bitch needs to die.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all
so
trying to sneak her out.
we need to find out some information about Shantea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the king could build her a temple or something in her honor.
Well, that's a good idea.
What are you saying?
Would going with your plan of faking her death, would that keep the king's brother off her back and our back?
Well, if we
for a while.
Yeah, I suspect if we were going into if we were going down there, we just have to like get him into exile, or get him out of the city. Feigning a death would do that. She would appear dead, to all intents and purposes. But the issue with that is, I mean, the wind would still be here. I don't think it would fool the goddess.
I mean,
why are we so concerned about the wind?
Because we need to get out of Venistia as well. Well, I suppose we don't, but
I mean, there are other ways we could travel. We're not overly concerned about the wind, but we're now concerned about the life of the daughter, and it's the goddess that is doing this wind.
We are a fabulous adventure,
but I mean,
after all.
Because we have to kill the daughter to get rid of the wind. Yeah, that's what Shantae said.
Yeah.
So if we fake the daughter's death, the wind will persist. That's why people want her dead, so that the wind will stop and trade can continue.
What is our goal here? In the end,
fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I don't know.
Get high and have a good time.
Smoke weed every day.
Bitches, blow, and beer.
Great. Well, we win. We can just buy all. I'm sure we can buy all that in the city campaign.
Maybe.
You are awesome.
But I mean, like, so much blow that we can't afford with our current funds. I want a city on the astral plane made of blow.
Okay. Okay.
That's John and end game.
Say hello to my little friends.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Oh, right, yeah, because you're thinking.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, so I think what we need to do is, we need to get Valenetta to safety first. That's our first move.
Okay.
Before someone murders her, before we get a chance to work a plan.
We need to decide how we're going to do that. I like the idea of faking a death to get her to safety, I must admit.
Yeah, I think it's clever enough, yeah.
Okay.
Because that keeps the king's brother off her back. Because if we just run away with her, then he may just send assassins and pursue her anyway.
Yeah, and if he knows where, I mean, there are magics. The pavilion is here. If he finds a wizard with the intent, it's possible they could locate her through divine means.
Yeah.
If he wished to continue, so that is the safest, best option to get her safe. I mean, at a shove, if we feign a death, she can come here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can hide her in the city if we need to.
And we would perhaps need to let the king know of this plan, because if he thinks we've killed her, then he would send his own troops against us.
That's probably safe enough, as long as we're not being listened to when we tell him.
Gaining a private audience with the king would be difficult. If we were to tell the queen, then she may be able to find time to do it.
Yeah, that's a good
So what I
point.
propose is this. Okay. We send Valoran to speak to Valenetta, as he has that connection already.
Mm-hmm.
He can explain it to her. You two can go see the queen, or if you put the rag outside the thingy, the window.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Was it the same window?
Was it?
Because one of you should tell the captain of the guard that we're gonna do it. One of you should let the queen know of our true plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will speak to the pavilion.
Why don't we invite? So it's the red handkerchief to get the king's brother. Is that right?
Yeah,
blue for the queen. Yeah.
So we'll tell him that we're going to kill her.
Oh right, yeah.
So we'll invite him over. Tell him we're going to kill her. We're going to poison her.
Poison, that's the one. Good. I was going to mention. Don't say we'll make a bloody corpse of her.
And we might need to flesh out that fake plan to convince him. And then after he's left, we'll invite the queen and tell her the true plan.
Yes.
And then activate it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, in that case, I will get on with speaking with the pavilion. Because if we can't do that, then my second plan, if all fucks up, we get to her, I make her invisible, we jump out the palace window, and we book it.
Yep.
At least then she's away.
So yeah, I guess this all rests on whether you can get your hands on the correct spell. So yeah, do that first, and then feed back to us.
Okay. I mean, inform him of the plan anyway, and then I think, inform the queen of the plan first.
Well, I'm just wondering if he's got spies and sees us putting other handkerchiefs out first.
Yeah, I'm not
thinking
got a plan for that yet.
So I thought maybe invite him. Say, look, we're going to go ahead. We'll kill her. Wait and see if you can get the correct spell, and then at least we've got a plan to give to the queen, and Valoran to take to the daughter.
Right. Well, if Valoran goes to see the daughter first, let her know that we're working on it. We don't intend to kill her.
Yeah. Okay.
We are coming up with a plan. That way, because the mother's going to have spies as well.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if the mother sees us that we've agreed to kill her,
good thinking.
she goes, "Shit, I got to get her out of Dodge." Then, Dodge is a small city in the astral plane. Don't worry about it. And she goes, "Oh, I've got to get her out of Dodge." That could really put kibosh on a lot of things.
Yep.
I don't have any spells that would fit the need for, or fit the ability to fake both a blue and a red handkerchief.
No, I don't think I do either.
There's nothing I can do with that.
You can change lights.
Yeah, I can change the light of something.
Yeah, we can make the whole city blue or red. But not the damn handkerchief.
What's the Clint Eastwood film when he paints the town red? That's great.
Oh,
no.
Is it Unforgiven or Pale Rider, something like that?
No,
Can't remember.
Yeah, do not know. So yeah. So who's going where?
Valoran.
I'm going to the pavilion.
Pavilion.
So we need to play out that. Valoran is to go speak to the daughter. Let's do everything that we want to do now, and then if we've run out of time, then Valoran can pick up his part of the plot next time, or we might have to see what Alex wants to do about developing that bit of the plot without Trevor here.
Okay, I say Jordan go to the pavilion.
So
then.
John and
Sweet. I'll collect my symbol. It's High Plains Drifter, by the way.
thank you.
Do you need anybody with you? You just gonna go alone?
No, you're welcome to come, but no, I can happily do this myself.
No, I'm gonna go have a drink.
These are my people.
No, you're
Okay.
I am one
Sonny
of them.
will join you in that drink.
Cool. Bye, Jordan.
Ruffle Bradley's hair as he goes past.
And he goes, "Where you going?"
We're not going anywhere.
We're not
Jordan's
going anywhere,
to the
Bradley.
pavilion.
Get me a drink.
Okay. What do you want?
What you got?
You've been sitting here for a week. You know what we got.
I'll have an ale, Bradley.
And
Okay.
ask the chef if he can rustle me up anything tasty.
God, don't do that.
And he says, "Okay." And he goes off to
Thanks, Bradley.
talk to the chef. Right. Well, you stuff your face then, and flirt with the chef. The Jordan, you begin to make your way to the Witch Pavilion. So you
Just as I step outside, can I just have a look to see if anybody's watching the inn?
roll a perception check.
Just see if anybody's like. Is there any like?
I mean, you
guards
look
or anything?
around, and what's your passive perception?
Oh, that'll be a mighty 4.
That's not your passive perception.
That's not
because
your
Oh no, my passive
is
perception
8,
is 10.
10. So you notice the comings and goings of the city.
I suspected as much. Right, yeah, well, I'll just head to the pavilion then. As I get to the pavilion, I wish to take out my little symbol of membership.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I'll just, like, hold it up. Do you know, like priests are fighting vampires and they're holding up the cross as they're walking?
Yeah.
Just a bit like that as I'm going through the magical barrier, just, like, shield my eyes a bit, just walk forward.
As you do, you feel as you step through the wards that familiar sensation now of it's like a buzzing, like you're standing near a power line. But nothing happens, and the wizards that are walking by you are laughing at you.
Alternatively, I'm new, and I've fallen for this trick before.
They're long gone. They thought it was hilarious, but not that funny. They didn't want to stop and chat.
Oh, okay.
And you see, it's the pavilion on a normal sort of autumn day. It's the watchmen are standing outside of the doors, and the doors are wide open, and wizards in all manner of robes and things are coming and going, and the great tree in the center stands tall and shaded.
Can I find like the guard at the front?
Yeah.
Hello. My name's John, and I'm a new member, and I'll show him my little symbol.
He looks at you.
Hoping you could help me. I'm looking for two things. Well, one thing really. Two things. Well, let's go with two things. I require the library, if possible. And is there a library keeper?
And he says, "You mean a librarian?"
Well, I suppose you could call that them. We're here, but the librarian sounds a little like a lower class thing. A keeper of the tomes, maybe of the arcane knowledge, would be more of what I need. But
and he says, "Why don't you go talk to the librarian?"
Oh, okay, I will do. And I'm looking for a particular spell. Who would I approach to find information about that? Would that be the librarian, so-called librarian?
And he goes, "Oh no! For spells, you're definitely going to want the keeper of the tome." And he makes a face at his compatriot, who gives him like a thumbs up.
Is it like a knowing? Yeah, we got him. We got him.
Yeah. Like a
check out the new guy.
Yeah, check out the dork.
Yes. Very well. And where are they?
And he says, "Library, second door on the left."
And keeper of the tomes.
He laughs again.
There's no keeper of the tomes, is there?
He goes, "The librarian, dipshit."
Right. Okay. And I will slowly stroll it.
You can hear them imitating you as you walk away. The keeper of the tomes.
If I was a keeper of arcane knowledge and somebody called me a fucking librarian, I'd be burning their books to the ground.
Well, that's why you're not a librarian.
So yeah, go to the library, please.
Right, so you go through that door that you went up earlier when you went to meet the master. You met her in the library. So you wind up this sort of staircase right the way to the top, and you come out into the library, which is the circular room, 35 feet across, 20 feet tall with ceilings, 25 feet tall to the ceiling with bookshelves all around. The different birds are coming in the top, and then you see the younger wizards cataloging the finds as the knowledge comes through the windows. And then the older woman that you saw before with stiff-looking robes and her hair tied in a tight bun is putting books back. She's got like a little cart, and she's putting the books back on the shelf, some with her hand, and then some just levitate off of the cart and find their way to the higher shelves as she goes about her duties.
Would I know anything about like the political affiliations or the like the code of conduct of the pavilion? Are they like protect the innocent, or are they just this is our magic? Are they like divorced from crown and state? Are they their own personal?
So you know that and this is good world building for everybody. You know that the age that this is out of character, the age that this is set up technologically, I suppose you could think of it, is kind of like the later age of sail. So instead of true medieval sort of 1200s, it's more like 1600s, maybe even 1700s. So as technology in sailboats and in steel and now even airships and pistols and cannons. As this has come up and up and up and up over the last few hundred years, magic, wild magic, has been suppressed, and so the world doesn't have as much magic in it really as like a common thing. In a major city, you find wizards and whatnot, but if you went to some rural backwater, you know, that prestidigitation trick would have been some fucking incredible shit, because that's real magic. So you know, just from your life as a wizard, the pavilion, the history of the pavilion is that they came together as magic started to decline to preserve their way of life and to catalog and to create this sort of centralized bureaucracy, this government of wizardry. And they organized these colleges and sort of the power structures that are there to try and make sure that they could cling on to the, if I say the influence and the power that they had, it makes it sound really sinister, but to try and avoid their way of life dying out.
So it's more like
it's a completely neutral. It's a full neutral. Yeah. Like, I mean, you don't. They've got no country. They're beholden to no king. They're their own sort of political sovereign entity, but they don't. They're all about like wizards, so they're all about knowledge and knowledge for knowledge's sake, and knowledge is power.
Academic bureaucracy.
Exactly, it's all academic. So you could be researching some really evil shit, and you might get some looks if you start putting that academic research into practical application, and that's when the Watchmen might come and hunt you down, is if you're going to start disrupting the way that magic works and disrupting sort of the status quo and making wizards look bad. But otherwise, it's just information for information's sake.
Okay. Right, okay. Do I remember the name of the librarian?
I don't. You were never introduced. You only know Master Trollbender.
Okay. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
I believe you're the keeper of the tomes here?
And she looks confused, and she goes, I'm the librarian of the pavilion.
Perfect. I require your assistance, if I may, please.
Yes, of course. What can I do for you? All members are welcome to use our library.
That's what I was hoping. Well, two things first. One, I am looking for a spell. I know something of this spell, but I require. It lies beyond my capabilities at the present. And I was hoping I could find either a copy of it I could practice with, or maybe a modified version if someone was able to do that. And I was wondering if I came to. I was hoping I came to the right place.
And she blinks and she goes, "What do you want, dear?"
Feign death.
Yes, necromancy's in section 4, and she points to the other side of the room.
Fantastic. Secondly, I was looking to do a bit of research while I was here. Would you happen to know, and I take it you would know, a lot of the information contained within these books, or at least where to find it?
And she nods and she says, "That's my job. I'm a librarian."
I would hope so. Would you ever remember a reference to 13 flaming wheels or a dark and hungry star? Or would you be able to point me in the direction where I could research that?
And she sort of thinks for a moment. And she says, "I tell you what, dear, why don't you go and look up your other thing, and I'll have a think, and you come back to me when you're done."
You are a wonderful, wonderful person.
And she sort of totters away and starts flipping through a book on her. There's a desk, like an organization desk, and she pulls out a book and she starts looking through what looks like just a reference book. And then after a moment, she goes over to another shelf and she pulls a book off the wall and she starts nosing through it, and she's doing some research with you.
Sweet. I will have a look at this necromantic section then.
So you see all kinds of books. From the, necromancy for dummies, straight through to advanced necromantic theory, and then you've got sort of like a history of necromancy, and you've got like every topic that's ever surrounded necromancy with all these names, some of which you recognize as very famous wizards, some of which, and sort of titans in their field, and some of which you've just never heard of.
Okay, I'm looking for the Feign Death spell. I'll just tell you so you know. Looking for Feign Death. And I was wondering if I could. They probably wouldn't have a spell scroll for it here, but if I would be able to access Feign Death somewhere, if I could get a copy of the spell scroll, or if I could find some way to increase the duration beyond an hour. If I were to find someone who say like a 5th level caster or something like that, or a higher level caster, who might be able to increase the duration for increasing the spell level. It's not in the description, but if I could find someone like that, I could.
So you pick out a book called Intermediate Necromantic Theory, and you find the spell in there, and it's got all of the instructions for the ritual casting of it. But what it does not have is a spell scroll that you could use to put in your spell book to cast at will. But it gives you all of the, put your pentacle here and then put a little dirt there and light these candles and cleanse yourself for an hour beforehand and, all that kind of stuff. But that's all it's got in there.
Yeah.
Just it's like a cookbook.
Like a description of what the spells are, but not how to cast it and stuff.
No, it's got full blown like a recipe for the spell, for the ritual spell. But what it doesn't have, much like a cookbook, is it doesn't tell you how to modify things. It's just giving you a recipe, and I think we've discussed this before, but in our world, magic is rarer, but ritual magic, it's like a magic vending machine.
Yeah.
You put in the payment, and someone beyond the pale, someone on the other side of the ethereal plane, is the power behind it, and then they supply the magic for it. But you pay a price, and so sometimes that's something really scary, like a human sacrifice, and sometimes it's just, a prayer or whatever. And so it's giving you this recipe on how to bake a cake, essentially, but it's not telling you how to substitute, chocolate for vanilla.
Yeah, that's all right. So from reading this, would I assume that I could probably have a go at casting this as a ritual, or would I still need a spell scroll to obtain?
You could, if you copied it out and spent some time copying it out, and it wouldn't cost you 100 GP, but it will cost you a little bit to get the materials. Then you could copy it out, and you would be able to cast this as a ritual. What you would then need to research or get help with is trying to cast it beyond an hour.
Right. Okay. So yeah, in that case, I will copy it. Out.
Okay, you do that, and because you don't necessarily have all of the tools to hand, it takes you the better part of a couple hours to get it all down, and it costs you 10 GPs worth of materials.
Very much. And then I will return to the and say, I found the spell I need, and this should work. This should work. Did you have any luck with the record?
And she says, "Well, I'm not. Where did you hear this?"
It was some strange old man off in a mountain. I mean, I really know nothing about it, but the line struck me as so interesting that I've not really been able to get it out of my head, and just thought, well, I had some time, and I'm new to the pavilion, and thought, why not try out, learn more about the facilities. It was just something that I thought I just as it was stuck in my mind, I heard it once and thought it might be something interesting to look at.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, and she leads you over and she starts flipping through a book, and she says, "I did find this. It talks about flaming wheels and things like that, but nothing as specific as what you were talking about. But it's all in the context of demons. Does that sound right?"
Ooh, I wouldn't think so. I don't. There was no. I mean, I've done a bit of demonology in my time, but that reference would not connect with me.
Devils?
I wouldn't think so. But what does it say? Maybe
it's just sort of classic imagery. You see, flames and wheels and stars and collapsing black holes and those kinds of things. Very ominous and whatnot. And sort of classic imagery associated with demons and devils and hell and that kind of thing. So I wondered if maybe you'd interacted with someone that might have told you, or maybe they did. I don't know. It just seems an awful coincidence, doesn't it?
I have done some demonology in the but no, I mean, no, not that I can think of. It was just a passing conversation I overheard once, and
A strange conversation.
well, yeah, the line. I mean, it was my master and another man speaking, and it struck me as so strange and so unfamiliar to me that it struck me all this time. And
Well, let me see. Let me look at this other book here. And she starts flipping through another book, and you see this and that. You know, there's some different bits and bobs, and nothing really looks familiar. And then she turns a page, and you see a symbol, and you instantly recognize it. And she flips on. You don't know what it is off the top of your head, but you know you've seen it before. But she's still turning pages, looking for whatever it was she was trying to find.
okay, do I see the name of the book? Did I see the name of the book that she was looking at?
Yes, it's 1001 Demons.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time. It's getting quite late, and I was only coming for a stop, really. But it's been wonderful. Spending this time. This library is incredible, I have to say.
And she sort of pats you gently on the head and says, "Thank you very much, dear. Come back anytime. We'll close in about 10 minutes." She toddles off and starts blowing out lanterns.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, my name is Giannon, by the way.
I'm Mary, dear. Mary Sumter.
Mary, lovely to meet you, Mary, and I hope I get to spend some more time in this beautiful, restful space that you've created.
Oh, thank
A shrine to knowledge and learning that should be revered throughout all of our kind.
All right, dear.
And
Steady.
I'll give her my bestest shitting grin, and I'll leave.
She gives you this hard side eye.
Sorry, just while all this is happening, Thalar's in a pub somewhere, realizing that after a long rest, he can just prepare a feign death. Because clerics know spells, and
is that one of your spells?
Well, clerics know their whole spellbook; they just need to prepare it. And feign death is also a cleric spell at 3rd level, and I've got
You've got 3rd level slots.
I believe so. What level am I at?
You're at 4. You shouldn't have 3rd level slots.
Oh yeah. Okay, thank God, because that would have been a whole waste of time. There we go.
Oh God, you a dickhead, Josh.
Thank God I'm not level.
You might still have knowledge of the spell though, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
Could be in the book.
The other thing I was going to note was, should you need assistance casting it? Well, I suppose I wouldn't be able to, because I wouldn't be powerful enough.
Well, neither am I yet.
Oh yeah, okay. So, yeah. Should you need assistance casting it, should the time come, it is a cleric spell. So
very, very possibly then.
I was just sitting here like looking at spells. I'm like, that's a cleric spell.
Right.
But
Okay.
luckily I can't cast it.
Okay. I will have back to the bar. What time is it? I was there quite a few hours. Weren't I?
Yeah, so it was probably 10:30 in the morning when you first met, and you spent some time deliberating. It's probably 5 or 6. The sun's kind of set. It's getting a bit darker.
Okay. I will return and find out how my compatriots have gone.
You would probably find Sunny dancing on top of a table when you get back. Hey, 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 like a Cossack.
Hang on. I've got something for this.
Oh, we wait with bated breath.
Well, stupid thing doesn't play anything less than 2 hours. Or more than 2 hours, so I'm trying to find one that isn't 3 hours long like half of these things are.
Why are they 3 hours long?
Because then I guess you can just leave them on in the background.
Oh, that's true.
Come on.
It's one hell of a dull D&D session that stays in one pub for 3 hours. I mean, I know we did last week. But...
Here we go. Let's try this. Oh, that's nice and loud.
Oh wait, have I got it muted? No.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
200% volume is too much, by the way.
Yeah, I can imagine. 200 would probably blow my headphones out.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so Sonny's off his tits.
Hey, 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 hey.
What's Thalar doing?
I think Taylor's just slumped in a chair, just kind of happily. What? Oh God! Sorry.
It's quite realistic.
I'm just I'm choking on wine. So yeah.
So it's quite apt, actually.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So that's what he's doing. He's choking on wine, watching Sunny, having fun.
Very good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you come back in, Jordan, and you see this scene, and the bar is now chock-a-block with all kinds of people. It's mostly humans, but you've got a few elves, lots of wizards, and everyone's having a drunken good time.
Sonny sees John and Jordan! Dance
Jordan,
off!
my lad, Jordan!
Dance off, Jordan!
Shall I roll a dexterity?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a performance check.
I was gonna say.
Which one of us?
Both of you. It's a dance-off, obviously.
Well, I rolled a natural 20.
You didn't.
I did.
Right. Break it
Dancing
out.
machine.
Go ahead, explain. Break me off a piece.
I will act very non-committal at the start, obviously. And then I'll just start tapping a foot. Just slowly. And then I'll just bust right into like a full capoeira breakdancing spin.
Wow. Do you know, I was imagining, like, have you ever seen Airplane?
Yes, I was
Yeah.
trying to think of something like that. But...
Yeah, I was thinking of, like, the disco scene where he, like, throws her around.
The
In fact,
crowd goes fucking.
Have you seen American Pie: The Wedding?
Oscar worthy.
I want the dance off from that. That's what I'll do.
Oh.
So does Sonny get to roll now?
Yeah, I mean, if you can beat a nat 20.
Oh no, I can't. 8 plus 4 is 12, so...
So
so it starts off well.
You drunkenly
Yeah.
stumble back and forth, and you think you're doing an amazing job, and then you trip and you smash your head on a stool. You're fine.
Like Sailor Magic.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, no. Thaler's dancing. Not with you guys, just having a little dance on his own.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, nobody wants to dance with Thaler.
Oh. Well, maybe next week I'll come up with some sort of love interest for you.
Thank you.
Bradley, it's your turn.
Oh, God.
Bradley comes out and he goes, "What?"
Bradley, Bradders, dance.
Okay.
Bradley,
And he
have
starts-
you let these
he
fools
starts to dance.
get into this state?
What?
Have you let these...
He's just dancing.
Have you been bringing them beer all day?
He's standing there just like doing this really spastic quick dance. He just can't control his limbs. He looks like a fucking idiot, but he's having a great time. He goes, "Why don't you take it behind him?"
Yeah, I guess you're not at fault. Sorry, Bradley.
I'm gonna bite you.
Okay.
And he's just dancing.
Okay,
And
Sunny. Brennan's mad. Let's go get better now and
So what exactly have you three done today?
and Thaler kind of stumbles a little bit as he gets up, but also just casts lesser restoration on himself. Which removes poison, and I would say alcohol's a type
That
of poison.
counts.
No,
That's it. You instantly sober up.
So yes, he kind of stumbles up and then just like shoots up. It's like, well, we've been planning, of course. I mean, nothing untoward. Sunny, and he just kind of. Like,
Sonny whispers maybe a little bit too loud. We've been pretending that we're not going to not kill.
and he stopped. I stop him, and I cast lesser restoration on him by touch.
There's no noticeable difference.
That's beyond my power.
Okay, you've been planning. So what plans have you come up with?
I mean, well, really, I lost the handkerchief from just looking.
You lost the handkerchief.
Well, I mean, we need to show
Suddenly,
it. Okay.
the door flies open, and a muscle-bound brute steps through the door. And he looks around with his beady little shrimp eyes, and he steps aside. And this gorilla of a man sort of steps to one side, and in saunters this greasy-looking sort of gangster type, not all sort of slick back hair and swagger. And another big gorilla guy comes in after him and stands on the other side of the door, and the music stops, the bards stop playing, and they just sort of eye up this guy as he sort of swaggers in, and he looks around, and he goes, "Hey!"
I would just like to reach my wand and just hold it behind my back for a moment.
Yeah. And he says, "How about a beer?" And people kind of go, ha ha, and it comes up and gives him a beer and runs away. He saunters over to a table all by himself, and as he sits down, all the tables around him sort of clear away, and the gorillas come and sort of sit on either side of him, and he starts drinking, and the music sort of nervously starts back up again.
Taylor calls Enid over.
And she comes over, she's wiping her hands.
Enid, who and what is that?
Shh!
Okay, who and what is that?
No, not here. Not here. And she walks away.
I follow.
I'll also follow.
So you guys follow her back into the kitchen, and the chef sees Sonny walk in, and he gets very flustered, and he starts trying to put his hair all right, and he's trying to tidy up his little chef station, and it kind of motions you in, beckons you with her hand, kind of come closer, and leans in and whispers, "Bad news is here."
Is he extorting you? Protection rackets? That kind of thing?
Not just me, dear, not just me.
Oh.
It's everyone. He's sort of the local boss of the Mordavy crime family, you see. He's
The Hoof crime family?
the Mordavy crime family.
The Mordavy.
You know. No?
No, we don't
No.
know.
What are they teaching you people in school nowadays?
We're not from around here, but the point is, he's trouble, right?
He's bad news. He sort of controls this whole area with an iron fist, and anytime he comes in, it's nothing but trouble and bad time.
Thalar gives the rest of the fabulous adventuring group a knowing glance.
I mean, yeah, I'm all for it. But we can't just... Sure, fuck it, and I will cast Mage Armor on myself. I'm ready.
Okay.
In it, would you prefer if we did this outside?
And it goes, I like you guys. You're nice. You clean your room and you don't make trouble. So let me give you a piece of advice. Don't do what I think you're about to go do, either here or indeed anywhere else.
Unfortunately, we have a penchant for stupidity.
Well, there's stupid, and then there's just Death Wish.
They're the same thing to me, so...
Well...
I feel like some of my friends may be planning on doing this anyway.
Until I got the secret.
I'm all for dismantling a crime family.
I was all for it.
She sort of blinks and she goes, Did you say you were going to go and take down the entire Mordavy crime family?
Sure, I've got a free Tuesday.
She puts her head in her hands and she says, "Listen, clearly, you've been living under some sort of rock or in some sort of ivory tap." And then she looks at you in your fancy wizard robes and your member badge and goes,
Like towers, yeah, that's...
And then she looks at Sunny and she sees this sort of cloistered monk. And then she looks at Thalar and she sees Thalar.
Priest.
and Valoran is noticeably absent. And she says, "Okay, here's something that you should know. The Mordavy crime family is the largest crime family in the world. It's like if every bad guy you ever met got into a big group and decided to use each other to basically take over the entire underworld of basically the entire world. So it's not just him. He's just sort of around here. It's him and everyone he's ever met and everyone he's ever worked with and everyone that reports to him and everyone that he reports to. And you're probably talking about a couple dozen, tens of thousands of people.
I mean,
well, they definitely won't miss this one then, will they?
Well, you know,
I mean,
it's a crime family, so they sort of take care of their own.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that, but if they won't miss one dude, if, you know, I turn him into ash.
And she goes, I can't recommend it. That's all I'm saying is just please don't do it here, thank you.
She
looks really worried.
There would be a lot of repercussions come at you. Don't worry, in it, we won't do anything too stupid. I can't say we won't do anything stupid at all, but
I mean,
past history would say that we definitely can do stupid things.
We don't have our own proper enemy yet, so...
She does not look reassured.
Could be our first nemesis.
I mean, yeah... The thing is, we can't just attack and kill someone in a tavern.
No, okay.
That's not how the world works. No matter until there is a crime committed, I feel we would be in the wrong here.
We could just go talk to him.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we
go
could.
on, Sonny.
Yeah, I'll go talk to him.
I
think
he's gone.
That was it. Was that the door shutting behind Sonny?
Oh, there you go.
All right, mate.
So, Sonny, what does it look like?
So, Sonny...
Can I just pull you back? Sonny, just don't get us all killed, but bear in mind that we could easily take these three.
Okay.
And I'll push him out the door.
Sonny grabs some drinks on his way, as usual. So there's three of them. So he's carrying 4 mugs of ale with him, and plonks them down on the table. Where
the 2 giant men stand up, and each of them probably stands a head higher than you. And one of them says in a low growl, "What do you think you're doing?"
I'm bringing you gentlemen look tired. I'm bringing you a beer. You look like you could need one, and your leader here. I'm new in town. Just wanted to. You seem to have an influence in this bar. I just wanted to see who you are and introduce myself and my friends.
The 2 guys step in front of the table, making like a human wall between you and the guy. They cross their arms over their chest and they say, "Beat it."
And you're not even going to ask your leader if he would like to see me or not. You're just going to send me away.
One of them turns around and the guy sort of waves his hand, flicks it like, you know. And
like
they say,
batting away a fly or something.
Yeah, like sort of swishing away a fly or sort of dismissing something. And he says, "Boss says beat it."
Okay, well, when your boss wants to know how to make lots of money, then he can come and see me in his own time. I'm only refused twice, and I walk away.
He kisses the boss kisses his teeth.
That was like the vaguest bluff ever. Money for you, sir.
The big old bodyguards sit back down and start drinking the beer you brought over.
Oh, they took the beer.
Yeah. Well, Sonny does not like that. So he goes back to the guys and says, "Let's kick their ass."
Are we about to get our first nemesis?
That was very rude. Very rude.
It was very rude. They took your beer.
Well, why don't you tell them how rude it was, and then, you know, we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll just watch from the door here.
I mean, I can see that you've been slighted.
I have, and there's nothing more that's Sonny.
I think you need to tell them that they've been rude.
Strongly, I would imagine.
Okay. I'll go back out there. You've jeeved Sonny.
Go ask them to pay up.
Yeah, I'm going to write out a little bill for the 4 beers, and no, I'm not. I'm going to shout across the room and say, "Oi, more DV!"
And the guy looks dead at you with these sort of wet eyes.
You have got to be the rudest man I have met in this town, and I've met some very rude people and pigs.
The music stops, and people start shuffling and starting to like get up and moving away from you and trying to get out the door. And the guy, the Mordavie guy, snaps his fingers, and the 2 bodyguards get up and they say, "Boy, you should have left it where you were." And they start coming towards you menacingly.
Okay. I take a battle stance.
Oh god. We're not even going to try and get them out of the pub.
And one of them, and it's just going, no. One of them pulls out like a dagger, and gets like probably 10 feet away from you, and the other one pulls out like a I don't know, what would you call it? Just like a little metal tube, and he puts it in his hand, in his fist, and he's gonna use it as like a knuckle duster.
I'll run over, put my arm around Sonny and say, "Hey, excuse me, gentlemen. Sorry, you can be a bit crude at times and a bit short of some manners. But if that touches my friend, I will remove the hand holding it."
And the guy, the Mordavie guy, stands up and he says, "Your friend has disrespected me. I can't let it go. I have a reputation."
I can fully see that. But this seems like a nice inn. What say we take this outside and, maybe you and him, or we and him can take this out. Maybe no one needs to shed a little. We could shed a little blood, but nobody needs to die. Because
And
that's
he
the way
says,
your 2 fellas are going here right now.
And he says, 5 minutes outside, all settled. And he walks out and he snaps his fingers, and the 2 brutes step out as well. And you're now in a mostly empty pub.
That guy says a lot like Christopher Walken. I'll see you outside in 5 minutes. Okay, well,
Stuck it up
5
his
minutes.
ass.
We've got 5. Yeah. I had to take this pocket watch.
I hit that pocket watch in my ass.
We've got 5 minutes.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I'm like, right,
Well, you guys got Sonny all riled up. We need to.
Oh no, we're doing this.
Oh,
I think we've lost Josh. Oh no, he's back.
Oh, no, I'm here. Sorry. Hi. My Discord is up like.
This is definitely something that's gonna happen. But yeah, and I'll just say to Sonny, remember the bit where we told in it we wouldn't start the fight inside a bar?
You didn't stop.
I got my beer goggles on and got all excited.
He's Larry as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for turning them to dust, but depending on the situation here, you might need to take a dive, mate.
All right.
I mean, if he wasn't some kind of honourable fight, sure, kick his ass. But if we're all getting involved, people are going to die, and that leads us to a whole lot of problems. But if you can, if you want to humiliate 1 or 2 of these boys, I'm fine with that.
I mean, Jordan, with such magic, surely you don't mind cleaning up the city a little bit.
I think if our fabulous adventuring group is going to make a name for ourselves, this is the perfect time.
You want them dead?
I mean, I'm not one to advocate death, but in certain circumstances, there may be death involved.
I think these Mardivi family need to respect us. and dishing out a bit of pain to his two gorillas to show him. Because I suspect Mordivi himself is quite a coward.
Well, yeah, I'm all
And
for
may bargain with us if he thinks he's going to lose his life, or sees how fabulous we really are.
I mean, yeah. All right. I was just saying the man is slighted. If you just want to humiliate him by kicking the shit out of his goons, that's fine. Anything else could end up being a bit of an issue with his mates, but I'm all for taking them out.
Well, how about this? We take out the goons, we hold back on the main guy.
Okay, let's try and keep a semblance of honour involved in this, though. If there's only 3 of them, if he just wants to brawl, let's just brawl.
Fine.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's 3 of them. I'm like, Valoran, do you want to sit this one out for a minute? Unless we need you?
Yes.
Wow.
Lauren goes to bed.
I mean, I still want him close by.
Too late, apparently.
No, he goes to bed.
Oh, right. I was like, just... Yeah, because I thought like some kind of honor brawl, we could probably do that, and he could just like stand at the side and not do anything. But I mean, if he's just going to abandon us,
fine. He's going to stand off to the side and not participate as much.
Right. That was my plan.
Good. That's what he chooses to do.
That's where I wanted. Right. That's fine. Yeah. Let's.
By the magic of DM.
Right. Well, it's been about 10 minutes we've spent conversing about our plan now, so
let's go outside.
Right. You go out there, and the street is empty, and you've got in the light of 2 lamps, you've got the thugs and the boss guys just leaning up against a wagon about 40 feet away.
Okay, so this is my friend Sonny, and so what kind of situation are you thinking here? You want like a 2-on-2 type situation?
And they just sort of growl. They sort of go.
And let's growl back.
Yeah.
And the guy goes. The guy in the back goes. Tell you what, 2-on-2. That seems fair.
Sweet. I'm like, Taylor, do you want to...
Yeah, Thalar takes like 1 step backwards. It's like, okay, I'm just going to go stand over here with Valoran.
Yep.
Okay, what about if Sonny says, if I can take out your 2 gorillas, let's call it evens, on my own.
Oh, God.
And the guy says, let's just see how far you get.
Okay. I mean, yeah, looks like it's me and D.
Okay.
Yep. So go roll initiative.
Oh, I've got 8.
8 for Sonny.
5.
5 for Jordan.
Yeah.
Let me roll for these guys. 7 for one of them. 15 for the other. Okay. So, good. Good. And let me just getting their stats ready. Okay. So, so one of them, the one with the dagger, steps forward first, and he lunges at Sonny, the perceived offense causer. And he rolls he rolls a nat 20. Fantastic. So he rolls a nat 20, and his one-liner is and he strikes with his dagger straight at Sonny, and he does... Let's see. 10 damage
Okay.
as he slices through your sort of side.
Okay. Ugh.
Don't get yourselves killed, lads.
Next in the order is Sunny.
Sunny. Okay, I will hit him with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
And I'm going to... You can interfere with flow of Kai in an opponent's body when you hit another creature. So I guess I need to roll whether I've hit him first.
Yeah.
That's stunning strike.
Yeah. So my quarterstaff, 15 plus. No, that's it, isn't it? 15.
15.
I think. Bear with
Yeah.
me.
Judd, what's the if it's up?
No, I had
against
6.
tie for
I had
AC?
6, don't I? So I've got 21.
21. That'll do. Never mind. Ignore me, Judd. 21 will do it.
That's all right. That one.
So I'm going to roll. Use a Kai point to do a stunning strike. You can interfere with the flow of Kai in an opponent's body. When you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 Kai point to attempt a stunning strike. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of the next turn of your next turn.
Okay. So what do I have to beat?
I don't know. How do you work that out?
I'm sure there's
8
a DC for it.
plus
Proficiency plus
whatever your ability is.
What's your quote-unquote spellcasting ability?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Well, I can't find it. Yeah, 8 proficiency in wisdom.
Wisdom is my modifier is +1.
So 11.
And
Luckily, he got a 10.
Yay! So he's stunned.
Well, you're level 5 now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So your proficiency is 3.
Yeah.
3, so 12.
So that'd be 12. Don't forget.
I got a 10.
I know. But don't forget to do all your abilities later as well.
And do I still get to roll damage, or is that just a...
Yeah, it's a normal hit.
Alright, cool.
You add the strike, the stun onto it.
Okay, so the damage is 1d6 plus 3. 4 in total.
4. And then, do I take a sort of lasting effect on that?
Yeah, so a stunned
Yeah,
creature is incapacitated,
I'm
can't
stunned.
move and
Okay.
can't speak, only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Okay, very good. How long does that last?
Until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
I'm going to do my... so I get... Now that I'm at level 5, I get an extra attack, I believe. Well, I always get an extra attack, but...
Yeah, you always take 2 attacks now.
But I've got...
You can also do your flurry of blows as well on everything. The amount of key you spend in a turn, if I'm right.
And it says I've got extra attack now, so you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action. So I'm going to use that now to attack again with my quarterstaff. 1d20 plus 4. Is it plus 4? No, 6. So I'm on 14.
14 against AC does not succeed.
You've got advantage.
Oh yeah, but I've got advantage, haven't I? No, that misses as well. So I think... And then do I get my bonus unarmed strike now? 1d20 plus 3. 19 plus 3,
Yep.
so... Unless I get... No, didn't roll anything higher. 1d4 plus 1 is...
It's one that your monk weapon is now a D6, you know that, don't you? So is your unarmed strike.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
There you go. 1d...
It's all in the book, folks.
that is 7 in total. Sorry, 6 in total.
6 in total. Very good. So you've knocked him. He's stunned, but he looks as strong as ever. He's not. He doesn't look too bad. Looks like this guy looks like he could really take a punch.
Okay.
Next up in the order is his buddy, who's going to take his big meaty fist, and he's going to swing straight for Jordan's head. So let's see. I need to do an attack roll, which is 13.
13 actually fails with Mage Armor now.
Wait, look at that. Look. Okay, so he swings and it goes over your head, and he goes wide.
Whoa, guy.
Next up is Jordan.
Okie dokie. I will. I mean, it seems a little excessive if, you know, I insta-kill them. So I will take my staff and I'll swing at the stunned fella.
Hit him while he's down. Go on then.
Oh, that's 3, that won't work. That's a 6. That'll be a 12.
Nope. Swing and a miss.
Oh no, 11, sorry. I think. Oh no.
So,
No. It's an 8. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So
I don't have to go for melee hits with a 8 strength character.
No.
No.
So next is we're back to the top. So it's Mr. Stunned, who can't do anything, as I recall.
Can't move, can't speak.
Can't move. He can't speak. He's hardly going to stab you. So he stands there and he just sort of has this blank expression on his face as he's still reeling from your punch. And you're up again.
So can I just ask? I have a skill called martial arts. So every time I make an attack with a monk weapon or an unarmed strike, I get to do one unarmed strike as a bonus action. Yep. And now at level 5, I have extra attack, which means I get 2 attacks now, basically. So that would mean 4 attacks.
No. Whenever you take the attack action. So your attack action is now 2 attacks.
Ah, right, okay.
So whenever you take an attack action, that's 2 attacks.
Yeah.
To do your martial arts, that's just whenever you take an attack action, not whenever you take an attack.
Okay. So I will use my quarterstaff.
I will. That's the way I've always understood it. I will double check it while you're doing that.
So that's 24 in total.
That'll do it.
Because I'm at advantage, aren't I? And then 1d6 plus 3. That is 8.
Yep.
And then I'll take the second attack from that 15. So 21.
Yes. Sorry.
And this time it is 7 wounds.
Yep.
And then I will take my extra bonus unarmed strike.
You can either take the 1 attack, or you can do the 2 attacks, spending the key for flurry of blows.
Yes, sorry, I'll do.
Both are bonus actions, so if you want 4 attacks, that's how you would do it.
And that's I can use my quarterstaff again for that, can I? Flurry of blows. Yep. So I'm going to spend a key point to do quarterstaff again. Again at advantage. That is 21. So that's a hit, isn't it? 4 damage this time, and then the last one, 17.
Yeah. Yes. Fine.
This time doing 7 damage.
Okay, you fuck him up.
Nice.
And he's still standing, and he's still looking. He's looked bloodied, but he's, like I said, he knows how to take a punch. So he's sort of, now that you've beaten him to shit, he sort of comes out of his reverie, his stunned reverie, and he spits blood and a couple teeth out, and bellows, in rage. And next is his buddy with the knuckle dusters, and so he's gonna take his big meaty fist and he's going to swing for Jordan again because he's got a grudge, I guess. So that's 13 again. Swing and a miss.
That's what I'm looking for.
You nimbly dodge, and it's your turn.
Who goes first, Sonny or the other guy that was stunned? Is it
it's
that guy?
After you, it's this previously stunned guy.
Right, okay, because I was going to say stunned is now ended.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it didn't work great last time, so I will. I will. I will ray of sickness
Okay.
onto the one that is wounded already.
Okay.
Cute. Which is 12, 19.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And then 2d8 for damage. 9 damage.
Okay.
He is also poisoned. Oh, he needs a Constitution saving throw,
Okay, hang on. Let me roll that.
which will be 15 for me, I think.
He got a 5.
Although he's poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Okay, which means he has disadvantage on all ability checks, as I recall.
Attack rolls and ability checks, yeah.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Yep, thank you. Attack rolls and ability checks. So he's next with his dagger. And he's gonna go for Jordan now, because you were the last one to fuck him up. And he's gonna try and stab you with his stabby dagger. He rolls a 22. Oh, but I have to roll disadvantage. He rolls a 12.
That's much better.
Yep. So he slices, and it just nicks the hem of your robe, but he misses.
You dickhead.
Next is Sunny.
Okay.
Before Sunny takes his go, can I just say leave that one to me?
Yeah.
Right.
So same process. I think quarterstaff. 1d20. No longer at advantage. So that's a 2. So that misses. Then he will take his extra attack, which is an unarmed strike. Oh no, it's not. I can use my quarterstaff again, can't I? No, I'm at level 5.
Effectively, it's the same thing for
Yeah.
being a monk. You and arm strike are the
18
same.
this time.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And a 6 plus 3, 9 damage.
Okay.
And then I will use a Kai point to do Flurry of Blows. So repeat that. That's 21, so that'll be a hit, won't it?
Yeah, that'll do.
4 damage, and then my last attack. No, that's a 10, so that'll be a miss, won't it?
No, that won't do it. Okay. Next is the other guy, the punchy man, and he's gonna make a big swing for Sunny.
Okay.
With his big meaty fists, and he rolls 15.
Which gets me.
Okay. So then he's going to roll 4 damage.
Okay.
And now it's Jordan.
Okay. I will just quickly turn and look at the boss guy and yell, "Do you care for this one?" and point at the one with the dagger.
The boss guy goes, "If he loses to you, then no."
Right, well, that'll be Scorching Ray then. I will fire 2 at him and one at the ham-fisted fella.
Okay, is it a saving throw or is it a...
No, it's an attack roll.
Okay, go ahead.
So that is 19 and 19, which is, 26.
Yeah, that'll do it.
2 hits on him, so I'll do that one first. Which is 46. That is 15 damage on him, and I want to aim it all hand.
The dagger hand?
Yeah.
His hand just disintegrates into ash.
Yeah, I thought so.
And he dies.
Huh.
From hand trauma.
They are cheers.
And on the third one, 17, 24 to hit. Which...
yeah, that'll do it.
That'll be 7 damage on him.
Fine.
And I'll just blast that at him.
So that hits him square in the chest, and he shrugs it off. It takes some damage, but shrugs it off. And he sees
I also shrug and say, I told him.
he sees his compatriot collapse, and he rushes over and he goes, Jeremy! And starts to cry quietly.
Oh, I also regain 4 health. Not that I've lost any, but
Yeah.
because of Grim Harvest.
Yeah. And the sleazy guy gets up and he goes, Okay. You killed one of my bodyguards. I guess we're just gonna walk away.
I believe you owe my friend for the drinks.
And he looks and he goes, let's not, make this more than it needs to be. And he beckons to his compatriot who tries to shrug the guy over his shoulder and does with great effort. And they start walking down the street.
Just as they turn away, I just want to put my hand onto... No, I don't have a spell slot. Never mind.
I bet it was going to be really cool.
I was going to cast Enlarge to help him carry his dead buddy.
Oh, that's sweet.
That wasn't the intention of it behind it, but yeah.
Sonny thanks Thalar for, Jonan for backing him up.
Because they failed, didn't it?
It's alright.
And I just say, you called me friend at one point.
Oh.
Don't make a big deal out of it.
I think you've had a little too much to drink now.
Thalar will heal up Sunny. And did you take any damage?
No, I didn't. I'd healed myself by the end of the fight anyway.
Okay.
Because I'm bald.
So how much health do I get back?
Good question. I need the dice because I've not used my... what we're doing? Cure wounds. 1d8 plus spellcasting. So you'll get 5 plus 3 plus 2 from memory. So 13.
Thank you.
You are now alone in the street at night.
We better go put what's she called? The landlady's Ennett's mind at ease.
I don't think this will ease her at all.
Yeah, I mean we just pissed off a crime lord.
Well,
Yeah, we might as well go back in. So we go back. Oh, I go back in at least.
It's still empty, and it's just sort of sitting behind the bar, looking worried. And she sees you come in, and she looks more worried.
So these two had something to tell you.
It was all settled like gentlemen. I wouldn't worry about it, innit?
And she goes, "Why do I not believe?"
Well, I mean, I kept my promise. But, the honour was settled on all fronts.
Well,
we shouldn't be hearing from those again.
I mean, and I saw the whole thing. It was honourable. It's done with. I don't think anybody's coming back.
And she sort of says, "Well, yes, that's not the first bodyguard patron."
I think you cut out for me. I didn't catch
it. Me too.
Oh, she says, "Well, you say that, but that's not the first bodyguard one of my patrons killed."
And what happened to that?
Well, I'm just not allowed to go back to lead us anymore.
You
I heard it's just shithole anyway. I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, I mean, what? Look.
Oh, there he goes again.
Yeah. Are you there, Alex?
I've just seen you.
Shot.
Oh.
Whereabouts is this leader's place on my map? Oh, there you go. Aura. Oh, she's well travelled.
More like a refugee, I'd say.
Oh, you're back.
Sorry, yeah, it cut out for a second. I could hear it going.
Ooh. Well, we have a lot to attend to here. That's not pub related.
Yes, as much fun as you've had spending all day in the pub.
They spent all day in the pub.
Frame the
I spent my
Mordivi?
time working.
Could we frame the Mordivi crime family for the murder of? Might as well do some good out of pretending to kill the princess.
Wow.
Jesus, that's a big step. That buddy.
Way to complicate it. No, because if anything happens, we want the fag to be behind it.
The who? Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes.
I think we need to stick with Fabulous Adventuring Group.
Yeah.
It's a bit too far.
Oh God.
I had to try it on once just for size.
Just to see how it felt.
And it feels dirty. I don't like it.
Okay.
I'm alright with Fabulous Adventuring Group. I don't think I'll be calling us bags very often.
I think at least two of us here have the authority to say that that's okay.
It's not that. I just don't like it very much.
That's fine.
Otherwise, you'd be getting private messages later apologising for my behaviour.
That's okay. Yeah, let's just sail a fucking blue handkerchief out the window.
Yeah, that's the next stage of our dastardly plan, isn't it?
Was it?
No, red.
Red first. So we're
gonna speak to him.
I was kind of hoping that you guys might have done all this during the day.
Oh
no, they just got drunk.
Drinking.
I think we just wanted to make sure that you could get that spell, and then
you did not specify this, so we did not do it.
And then Phalar let it slip that he knew. Oh no, sorry, forget Adam.
I said
there were 4 of us, 4 jobs. I thought we could knock this out in one go.
Look, Valoran's not paying attention today. Me and Sunny were drinking, and you were off researching. Okay, let's just put the red flag out, and we'll talk to person whose name I never wrote. Yeah,
In it?
the king's brother. No, not in it.
I need to have a rest to get some of my Kai back if possible. So
okay,
depending on how long this guy takes to turn up.
Well, I think we were meant to put it out at night, so.
All right. Okay.
What time is
Garrett,
it?
no.
It's probably 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Should we just display the red handkerchief then?
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna go to the bed.
Oh no, you're not. Stay here. I need you as backup because I forgot what the story is. Taylor goes to his room.
Sonny needs a rest.
Oh, well, okay, Sonny, you go rest. I might do this on my own.
Come and wake me up when you need me.
I also need a rest.
Okay.
I will go to sleep. You've got this.
Okay. Taylor goes to his window, and opens it, wedges in the red handkerchief, and closes the window.
Nothing happened.
I wait for 3 hours.
Nothing happened.
Okay. I guess I forgot how to use this handkerchief.
Well, I mean, someone's got to see it. They've got to go get the guy. He's got to find a time to come down.
Yeah.
Even if he needs to come down, all we've done is agree to kill someone.
Thaler goes outside and just looks outside the door to see if anybody's.
You see nothing. I mean, you see a couple people walking along the street, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Thaler looks confused and goes to his bedroom.
You also see nothing.
I wasn't expecting to. I open the window, take out the handkerchief, close the window.
Okay.
And I go to sleep because those two.
Oh, you've cut out, or is that me?
No, it was Josh. Joshua?
Oops, did I disconnect?
You did.
Sorry. Hello. I went back to bed and slept till morning.
Okay. So, did anybody else do anything in the evening? You all go to bed.
Long rest for Sonny, if that's okay.
Yep.
I dreamt of flaming wheels and hungry stars. And
Okay.
demons.
It was scary.
It was uncomfortable, unpleasant night for me.
In the morning, you wake up, and Thalar, you open your door, and there's a sealed letter on the floor in front of your door.
I pick it up and unravel it.
And it is written in neat but kind of cramped handwriting. And it says, let's see, what was his voice? Glad to hear. No, that's everybody else.
I've just killed one of those, Anna.
What was his? Was
I think he was along that way.
He was. Yeah, something like that. That sounds similar.
Yeah,
he
glad to. No, he was a bit posher because
he was a bit posher, but quite reserved.
Glad to hear that. There, just go with this. Glad to hear that you're on our side. Come to the palace. I'll see you at noon. Urinatio.
Okay, well, I guess. Oh, there we go. There's the name. Yeah. Well, I guess that worked. I will. Assuming everybody has gathered at some point in the pub, I will relate this to them.
Didn't we dispatch Valorin to go speak to the princess in the meantime to just reassure her that we're not going
I'd like to imagine that that's what we're going to do next time Trevor shows up.
Yeah,
okay.
He can fill us in on what happened.
I was giving him a little job he could do when he came back.
So next we need to speak to the Queen then and tell her the other side of the plan before we go.
Yeah, the thing is, we've lost the royal seal. Are we going to be able to walk back in and see the Queen?
No, we've not. I've got it.
No. Did you not see Alex's message?
Oh.
It was taken from us.
Yeah, it was taken from us, wasn't
it? See general chat.
Wow. Oh. Well, I had the royal seal, so it wasn't with the king or the guy. But okay.
Oh, actually, yeah. Alex, he wasn't near us when it was taken, in quotes.
Oh, that's right. He did have it, didn't he? All right, fine. You've still got it.
Cool. Nicely done, John.
So somehow we need to get a message to the Queen, either get her to come and see us, or...
Well, we can walk it now.
Well, that seems suspicious to Arianati that we visit the Queen first before visiting him.
So conspicuous, I suppose, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. I can make it not so.
Yeah.
You forget, I'm a wizard.
You are.
There are a lot of things I can do.
I mean, yeah, can you... Well, you have invisibility or something.
Yes, I do.
Well then, I guess... we could just send you.
I mean, we could also send somebody else.
Oh, well, I'm not a sneaky dwarf. Sunny's a bit sneaky.
Yeah, I can be sneaky.
Okay.
Sonny's fantastically sneaky.
Yeah.
He says this. He also says he's really good at deception until he has to convince a bandit.
I only get a +1 on deception. I think it's my performance I was looking for.
Yeah.
Which is better.
Well, we could just all go. Just all
I mean, we would. I mean,
well, why don't you guys?
1 or 2 of us would have to the place anyway. But what we're looking for is someone to speak to the Queen.
Yeah. So
I will make them invisible. They can.
I could slip away and go see the Queen while you two speak with Erinati. And I could just reassure the Queen that of our plan to fake the death of her daughter, and that we're trying to fool Erinati. In fact, we don't even. Do we even need to? We need to decide whether we reveal that side to her, because the more she knows, the more she can let slip, I suppose. The only thing I'm worried about is if she gets wind that we've been speaking to him, she might think that we're double crossing her. That's all.
Well, I've just got to tell her that that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
You
okay.
just need to tell her everything is in hand. We're dealing with the situation.
Yeah. So me and Jordan can go.
What we could do is a way to remove the body from the. Well, that's not really going to happen. See, this is the flaw in the plan. Once the princess is discovered dead, they will take her away for internment and a state funeral.
I assumed that what we would say was that Irinatia knows about this. Well, Irinatia and the king know about the Chuntia's curse, so we could just say that Chuntia requires proof, and that we have to take the body to.
I like it.
Yeah, take the body for proof to Chuntia. We have to go back to the soothsayer, and I mean that can be our story anyway.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep. So we feign death, and then we have to take her away as fast as we can before the spell ends. And then we work from there, really. So Sunny's to go see the Queen, and I guess me and Jordan will go see Ernatia and just do our deception.
Did
hopefully.
the Queen want us to help her escape, or just a daughter?
Yeah,
she wanted both, but we're not sending her into exile. We're going to fix the situation with Valinetta kept safe near us.
Yeah.
But as far as she knows, helping him, right?
She what?
I don't know.
So we'll just tell the Queen that the situation is in hand. Her daughter will be safe and will be returned to her once we've dealt with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the immediate plan then is: are we just all going to enter the palace, and then maybe when we get to the Sunny, that's when Sunny makes his move to slip away to the Queen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
We go to the palace.
What's step one?
Before we come up with this plan.
Oh,
Right, okay. Invisibility lasts an hour. That's fine.
okay. Oh yeah, because he can be invisible the whole time then.
Yeah, I mean we don't have to. One of us doesn't have to disappear inside the palace.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. That works.
So if I follow you invisible, trying to be as stealthy as possible, going past guards and stuff until I'm in the castle, and then separate, peel off, and go find the Queen.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so what's step one?
I mean, if you go invisible and wait in the gardens, we could possibly get a message to the Queen to send her out to speak to you.
Yeah.
Might be even easier than sneak past a load of guards that could go wrong. I mean, you only need to pass her a quick message. You could write it down and plant it on her.
Mm-hmm. And something innocent like the flowers smell beautiful this time of year.
And she has no idea what you're doing. Yes, they do.
No, but if we mention the blue handkerchief, saying something along the lines of,
I got this. You go wait by the blue flowers in the garden. I will sort this.
Okay.
I will message to the Queen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess we go to the palace gates then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you walk up to the palace gates, and there's 4 guards standing outside, just like always.
And Sunny's
one
now
of them
invisible,
says-
yeah?
Right. No. Before we get there, I will cast invisibility on Sunny. Before we
Okay,
get to the
so-
palace.
Sunny is now invisible. Yeah. So you walk up, and one of the guards says, "State your purpose."
We're here to see your boss.
And he goes, which one?
The main one. Oh no, not the main one.
Ineo.
Erinati.
Arinati, sorry.
Irinatia.
Captain Arinatia, is it?
And he goes, "Oh, yes, Irinatio."
Irinatio. Well,
Yeah.
no wonder I
You
can't
say you
say
know
that.
him?
We've been sent a message to see him.
Okay, I just think you would know his name. Yeah. Okay.
I personally have not met him.
Do you have any proof?
Yes, we do.
Do we?
Yeah,
Oh.
we have a letter. Was it sealed by him?
Oh, right. Yes, I hand the letter over.
Wait, before you hand
Hey,
the letter over,
yeah.
was it sealed by him? Did it have him?
Yeah, I
Yeah, it
examined
said
the
his
letter.
name, didn't it?
I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
I examined the letter. What does it say?
Yeah, just so it says come and meet me or.
He just says show up at noon.
Erinatio.
Yeah, and he signed it.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
I give the letter.
Yeah, and the guy takes it and he looks at it and he goes, "Okay, good enough for me." And he says, "Open the gate!" And the gate starts to open. And he says, "You go to the courtyard, palace courtyard. He'll meet you inside."
Okay. So From knowledge of various castles, there are usually little stone corridors and stuff, even in outside, right? So would we be able to hide for a second while Jordan gets to cast invisibility?
I've already done it.
Oh, did you do it? Sorry, I
Yeah,
must have
he's
just...
he's just following very closely behind us.
Oh, I think I disconnected for that part. Okay, yep. Well then, I
Um,
guess we go.
So when we, so just as we're out of earshot of whatever guard is closest to us, I'll just whisper to Sonny behind my back. You've got less than an hour. Find the garlands.
Okay.
Um,
The blue
and
flowers,
then-
yeah?
yeah.
Okay. So Sunny sets off quietly in search of the gardens.
As we are wandering to the courtyard, is it? As we're wandering to the courtyard, do we pass the queen?
Sorry, you cut out for a second. Do you what?
Sorry, as we are going towards the courtyard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm presuming we've not passed the queen.
No, she's not just, hanging out.
Yeah, she doesn't just wander around.
You never know.
Could I find a servant?
Yeah, there's a stable boy.
Someone who, I don't think a servant boy would have access to a queen, but like a
lady in waiting.
A lady in waiting, or a house servant, or even a butler sort of thing.
So far you kind of only see
Right.
that style of servant.
Yeah,
sort of very,
fine.
very service-oriented servant.
Right, well, in that case, I will just keep my eyes as we go along.
Yep. And okay. So what then? You're going into the courtyard. You're just going to hang out and wait and see if Irenatio shows up.
That's what we were told to do, isn't it?
Yeah, they just said show up and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wait.
Okay, you wait.
I will poke my head around for I'll have a little wander trying to find a servant.
Yeah. You manage to find not necessarily a lady in waiting, but you do find a like a footman.
That'll do. Also, is Val? Have we noticed Val? Perving on
You haven't seen her, no.
She's usually perving on thingy whenever we come to.
Well, he's not here, is he?
No. Oh right. Well, I won't add him into the plan then.
Well, he might be. I don't know. We haven't really. We'd need to figure that one out.
Yeah.
He's asleep at the tavern.
No, that's right. I was only going to just see if she'd noticed him, and we could because that would also pass a message on. But yeah, I will say, excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
And he goes, yes.
I have a message for the Queen, and if I would be much obliged if it's not too much trouble for you, if you could pass on a message, and I'll slip one gold coin into his hand.
And he says, certainly, sir, certainly. What would you like to know?
Please just inform the Queen that Gionan of Gionan's Fabulous Adventuring Group was admiring her garden, and especially the blue hankies this time of year.
And he says, the blue... What?
The blue hankies. They're an eastern flower from Demise. She's been cultivating them, and they're from my homeland, and they are one.
The blue hankies.
And he nods, and he says, "Oh, okay. Yes, of course. Right away, sir. Right away."
My thanks. And as soon as that could be done, I would be very grateful. Thank you.
And he says, "Yes, right away." And he dashes off.
Okay.
And you're still hanging out?
What time is it?
It's probably 12:10.
Yeah.
12:10.
12:10. It's a weird one.
Yeah. I am obviously because the concentration is only an hour. The duration of invisibility.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to tick over in my mind how much time has got left, and
He's got, I'd call it 45 minutes.
right. Okay.
Do we see a guardhouse around this courtyard or anything leading?
Yeah, there's not a guard house because you're inside like the secured courtyard, but you've got like a door that you would sort of, it says You can see it says barracks on it.
Dude, how many clocks do you think they have about, and how busy do you think the royals are that you can knock off 12 o'clock to come see us on the dot? Alright, don't panic.
Okay, we wait 10 more minutes.
No, we just wait. We just wait for as long as it takes to wait.
If the next thing the GM says is you've waited 2 hours and he's not invisible anymore.
Well, Sonny knows how long he's got. Be right.
Okay,
4 hours later, you finally get to no, you wait another 5 or 10 minutes, and then Irenatio strolls out into the courtyard, and he says, "Hello. You quickly. We must go inside."
I follow.
And he furtively sort of hurries you down a corridor to like a back office that's he's got a little desk, and it's sort of where he's doing his administrative bits for his captain of the guard duties. And he motions to 2 chairs, and he says, "Where are the rest of you?"
Otherwise occupied. Unfortunately, we are here to obviously discuss the plan itself.
Fine.
I didn't
Well,
think you'd want 4 of us traipsing around the thing, especially knowing that we could be connected to you, and there's a good chance, someone might know what's going on.
I agree. Well, I must say thank you very much for agreeing to take on my my sad proposition. It gives me no pleasure to have to ask, but I'm glad that we can move on and heal the nation. I mean, did you have anything in mind?
Yes, actually, I've worked out quite a few details. There's no easy way to say this. She has taken a charm to one of my friends. This gives us access to her. I thought, being if he and I were to visit her one evening, then the easiest thing to do and most kind, I think, would be a fast-acting poison. With this, we could have her out and done in minutes. The issue that we might need some assistance from with the guards would be the removal of the body. Shantae will need to remove the body ourselves, but obviously getting past some of your guards would be difficult.
Yes, of course. I'm not sure how to spirit the body of a princess past guard. Take some think.
If we could be informed of the change whenever the guard shift changes, and given a few moments, then there's a lot that I can do. I mean, I could simply leave through the window if that's what would be required. But I would need a moment unseen to do it.
Perhaps some kind of distraction.
Sounds like... Is that something you're expecting us to arrange on our end?
No, I'm sure I can organize something. Right, I tell you what. What sort of time frames are we working towards?
We could be ready in 2 days? Maybe possibly tomorrow, but 2 days would be safer.
2 days, fine. 2 days it is.
I also have another question.
Yes.
What happens to us? I mean, this is going to be... I mean, the murder of a princess is obviously something that...
Well, if you do it right, then no one will know it was you, will they?
Okay. But
no, I appreciate... Sorry, I appreciate what you're saying. As we discussed...
How are we getting recompensated for this?
I mean, you're saving our country.
It's not my country, mate.
Nor mine.
I know. It's not about it's millions of lives. I mean, I told you that you shouldn't expect any sort of gratitude for killing the princess.
I'm not looking for gratitude, but gold might be nice.
You want me to pay you to murder my niece?
I do believe that's what he said.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with this. I mean, you love her so much that you're willing to have her killed, but
And surely for the nation you require this.
also finding and obtaining painless, quick-acting poisons is not cheap. I'm not asking for thousands in gold, but there are expenses to a mission like this.
And surely a man as honourable as yourself can't expect us to go unpaid. Is any of this persuasion working?
And he says, I find your morals disgusting. But I cannot
That's why
deny...
you hired us to kill a young girl.
Yes, well, I suppose, pot and kettle. Right. I will consider your payment, or your, recompense, perhaps is the better word. I will consider it over the next 2 days while you make ready your, job.
Very well. Thank you. We thank you for the consideration.
I will send a messenger to your inn with a sign about whether or not I have made ready all the plans. If you receive a letter in which I use a triggered word that we will agree, then you must abort the mission. But if the letter contains no such word, then you must continue. Are we agreed?
What is the word then?
This seems incredibly complicated.
I was going to ask you that. What word would you like to use?
I think nightingale.
Fine.
Work that into a sentence.
I happen to know the celestial tongue. I could think of a few good words to put in there.
Oh, really?
Maybe it should be.
Fascinating. I've never heard celestial spoken before. I've only ever seen it written. How did you pronounce that?
Ah!
Oh. Like that?
No, that's not at all what I said.
Oh. It's not my forte, language. Anyway,
maybe using it as a code word might not be appropriate. Then.
No, let's stick with nightingale.
With common, nightingale will be just...
Very good, very good. Right, you must go before someone sees you.
I agree. Let's get out of here.
Right, smash cut to Sunny.
Yeah.
Okay, Sunny's just hanging around waiting for the Queen to come, smelling the flowers, maybe nosing, having a listen.
Right. You passed along a message. About half an hour later, concurrently while the boys are doing their thing. So about half an hour later, the Queen and some ladies in waiting come sort of wandering through the garden, casually, and she sort of stops and sniffs a flower and walks.
I lost you there, Alex.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
She sniffed a flower and then I lost you.
She's stopping and she's walking around, so she's just taking a stroll in the garden with her ladies in waiting.
When, if at any point she separates herself from the ladies, I want to approach her from behind and whisper in her ear.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. What do you say?
Easy target.
Yeah.
I say to her, my lady, don't panic. Don't turn around. Just listen to my voice.
And she says, yes, the hankies are lovely this time of year.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
It is me. It is I, Sonny, of the fabulous adventuring group.
Yes, the boy told me of your, message is maybe the word. What can I do for you?
We have decided to take you up on your request and protect your daughter. We have
I'm so most glad. And she's like looking dead ahead and she's trying not to make it look like she's talking to somebody, which is, I'm very glad to.
I don't have long, so I'll keep this brief. We have everything. We have a plan. Don't worry. It may seem that at times your daughter is in danger, but she will be perfectly safe. I can't reveal everything, but there may become a time when you think the worst has happened, but trust us, it hasn't, and she's perfectly safe. That's all I can say for now.
He says, I place my trust in you, adventurer.
Okay, my lady, I need to leave quickly before this invisibility spell wears off.
She gives a slight nod of the head without trying to give too much away. It's a little sort of, and then goes back to smelling flowers and such.
Okay, and Sonny makes his silent retreat.
Very good. What would you guys meet up? I assume, or
Yeah, I guess head toward the gate.
I would wait just where we took. Well, just down the road from the palace, because I mean it's not going to last much longer than.
Sonny, realizing there's not much time, just makes his own way out past the guards. Doesn't wait for you.
Yeah.
okay.
I imagine me and Jordan being done would help head back to the ale house.
Yep.
No, I would wait outside to see that I didn't need to, make myself visible and go save Sonny.
Right.
Considering that seems to be my role at the moment, saving you all from the trouble you get into.
So at an arranged point, I imagine I suddenly appear.
I'll just, if you walked out the palace gate, you'd probably see me near where I turned you invisible, just outside.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe have a bit of fun while I'm still invisible. Boo!
If I was concentrating, would I sense the presence of my spell getting closer?
I'm gonna say yes.
What about? Can I roll my stealth against that? Or...
yes. Why don't you?
Oh, I rolled a natural one.
Jordan,
you trip, and as you trip, the spell breaks, and you just fall to the ground with a pop. And the guard sees it and goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh shit! Don't run, Sonny!
I will.
Wait, you there!
Prestidigitation just to create a
minor magical wonder.
Yeah. Just a crack behind him, like a thunder crack.
And he wheels around as you.
And I'll grab Sonny and I'll just pull him back into the Jedi.
Fantastic. You beat a hasty retreat, and that's what we're going to call it for this week.
Very good.
And for this month, I imagine.
And for this year, even.
Yes.
Oh, don't say that.
That's all right, because 2018 is going to be the year of the fags.
Oh my god.
Fabulous adventuring group.
I just picked some adjectives and threw them together, man.
Sure you did, Judge. Sure.
I would love to take credit, but I'm really not that smart.
Oh, that's all right. All right.
Well, we'll always have it. Discord then.
Don't worry, Jed. We'll always have Discord.
Yes.
Right. Well.
Have a great Christmas, everyone.
Thanks. Merry Christmas to all.
Have a wonderful time.
See you on the other side.
Yeah.
I will be vividly. Frantically. I can't do verbs. I will be watching the videos over again and avidly. Well done, baby.
Advice from me to you: write down these characters' bloody names.
I have literally the whole time I've got a fancy ass notebook and I've been writing all the names down.
I have a lot. I do have notes for the characters, but they're in like 2 different notepads that I do all my other D&D writing in. So it's all a bit of a mix trying to find it, and then I can't read my writing because I'm trying to write quick, and I'll spell them all wrong anyway.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty similar to my problem.
This is why it's good to only play one campaign.
I am gonna get a new notebook this campaign so that I can keep my notes together, and I'm gonna make the notes all before Christmas. That's one of my things. While I'm not
fantastic. Consolidate.
Because I can sit with the baby and watch Dungeons.
There you go. Just maybe with headphones, because we do swear a lot.
Yeah.
She doesn't know words yet.
Yet.
Little do you know.
Not yet, anyway. All right. Well, very good. And I'll spend the next 2.5 weeks thinking of new and creative ways to fuck up your life.
I'll spend 2.5 weeks thinking how I can use my spells to fuck up your fucking upper life.
Yay! Friends.
Wizards
Okay.
are fun.
Well, very good, and I'll speak to you all soon.
Do we gain any non-combat experience? Oh, I killed.
Oh, you got 450 XP from the thug.
Please, that best.
How much?
Enough. I think that is
450.
enough. Right, I'm level 5.
I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks actually living my life as Sunny. I think all the booze and
I know, aren't we all?
food.
We're all Sunny this season.
Good plan.
And Thaler is going to be very un-Thaler.
And be quiet.
Hi!
Sorry, you cut out. Sorry, you cut out. That's why it was funny.
Oh, yeah.
You were going to be very un-Thaler-like, and then you just cut.
And that's it, and then I'm just dead.
Yeah. See, I'm not that smart, but my timing is spot on.
It's
really
pretty
is.
good, yeah.
No.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
All right. Merry Christmas,
Have
all.
fun,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Good
See you
night.
later.
To all a good night.